Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A house of horrors in Dearborn. A man living there now facing charges connected to child sexual abuse after what investigators found in the basement and on a phone. Topping our news at 6, the details of this case are like something you'd expect to see on an episode of Dateline.
Yeah, really, police say the basement had been turned into some sort of dungeon for making child pornography. Sean Lay has been gathering information on this, including how police were first alerted to this awful situation. Sean.
And here's the bottom line, guys. Look, it's 6 o'clock. The details here are really, really troubling, really disturbing. But the FBI, we've been looking into this for a number of days, and police are telling me they need you to hear these details because they want to know if anyone else had contact with this possible predator. A man inside this home on Gully in Dearborn would not come to the door. This is where police say 26-year-old Haitham Sammy Bazzi lived with his parents. It is where Dearborn police and the FBI tell me the basement was a sex dungeon. The potential victims, infants, toddlers, and teens. A man who met Bazzi on the dating app Grindr went to police after he says he had sex with Bazzi in the basement. He says Bazzi said he wanted him to have sex with his young family member who he said he would drug, then assault. That man also saw incredibly disturbing videos, he says, on Bazzi's phone and reported what he saw. Local 4 reviewing police reports. Officers saying the home's basement was divided into 4 separate rooms. Mattresses on each floor, no sheets, chains, and projectors. Police reviewed 48 videos on Bazzi's phone allegedly showing an adult abusing a toddler, a boy fewer than 2 years old, a 3 to 4-year-old boy, a 6 to 8-year-old girl, and another 3-year-old boy. Police raided this home April 4th. Again, all the details we're gathering, all the allegations are all this was happening here in the home's basement. Police came here April the 4th to serve a search warrant. I want you to look at this. You can tell where police had to take off, at least tear down one of the doors to get inside this home. Bazzi was arrested on the spot. The question is, who are the children in the videos? Are there other victims of this horrific abuse? Back here live, some of the investigative materials we're looking into indicate that Bazzi had in his possession allegedly what are known as date rape drugs. The FBI says they are just scratching the surface of this investigation. Bazzi right now, he's being held in federal custody. There is a detention hearing for him today. That hearing will continue on Friday. Right now he's facing possession of child pornography charges, but again, the FBI continues to investigate. So does Dearborn Police, and they're saying if you believe that anyone in the public had any contact with Bazzi and you're concerned about this case, they want to hear from you. The number right there on your screen is 313-943-2241. We'll continue to investigate as well. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Disgusting. All right. Sean, thanks.
All right, now to breaking news from New York City, where there's a manhunt underway for a gunman who police say put on a gas mask and then opened fire on a subway train this morning. Sources are telling CNN a U-Haul cargo van connected with the shooting has been located in Brooklyn, but we know 10 people were shot, but amazingly, it's expected all of them are going to survive. Witnesses describe a chaotic, frightening scene during their commute.
Chaos erupting on a New York subway train. People covering their faces in panic as smoke begins to fill the car.
As soon as the smoke flared up, it started to engulf everything.
A shooter donning a gas mask deployed a smoke canister on a Brooklyn subway Tuesday morning, wounding several people with gunfire.
There was blood on the floor. There was a lot of blood trailing on the floor. And at the time, in the moment, I did not think that it was a shooting because it sounded like fireworks. All I saw were people trampling each other, trampling over each other, trying to get through to the door, which was locked, and there was just a lot of panic.
Investigators say there is no known motive for the shooting, at least not yet.
That there are currently no known explosive devices on our subway trains, and this is not being investigated as an act of terrorism at this time. We can also report that although this was a violent incident, reportedly we have no one with life-threatening injuries as a result of this case.
Lester Holt spoke with another witness to the shooting. He'll have that along with the latest on where the manhunt stands as he brings you NBC Nightly News from Brooklyn, starting tonight at 6:30, just as soon as we are finished here.
All right, back here at home, we've had very little to complain about in the weather department today. Things, though, are going to be changing.
So nice today, Andrew.
Absolutely right. Couldn't have any more superlatives, right? An absolutely fantastic day today, and it still continues with sunshine out there, mostly clear skies, and temperatures still in the mild 60s, between 60 and 65 degrees. From Howell over to Lapeer, where it's now 63, holding on to 60 degrees in Sandusky. A little bit cooler, but still beautiful. 58 for our friends in Monroe. Currently at 62 over at Metro Airport, mostly sunny skies there, a pleasant breeze at around 16 miles per hour, and things remain calm as we go through tonight. Increasing clouds, chance of a sprinkle here and there possibly, but that's nothing to write home about. Temperatures fall through the 50s down to around 50 degrees by the time you join us tonight at 11 o'clock and by midnight. Now, here's a preview of tomorrow. We have 2 waves of storms that move through. Round 1, that appears middle of the day from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then there's a break for tomorrow afternoon's commute, but then a second round of storms possible by 10 p.m. and afterward. Once again, this is for tomorrow, Wednesday into Thursday morning, and there is the possibility of severe weather. We'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast in minutes.
Andrew, thank you. Now to the story affecting every single one of us. Inflation at levels not seen since the early 1980s.
Consumer Price Index shows an 8.5% increase in March compared to March from last year. So that's the highest yearly increase that we've seen since 1981. And the main culprit, of course, gas prices driving up the cost of everything, accounting for more than half of the overall rise in costs. President Biden today blamed Russia's war in Ukraine for pushing inflation to its 40-year highs. However, it should be noted prices were rising before the invasion.
That's right. And it's the everyday purchases that really are hitting shoppers the hardest, from milk to eggs to meat.
Help Me Hank's been out at the stores today. He's with us now live. Hank, everyone's having to make adjustments here.
Devin, that's absolutely right. I mean, you talk about those everyday staples. For example, eggs. I've gotten so many emails from viewers saying, what is going on with the cost of eggs? I mean, this doesn't here. This is the Meyer brand. That's still a pretty good deal, $1.99. But there are some products, some egg products rather, and brands that are up to $4.59 a dozen. As you will see, it's not just eggs. Almost every item in the stores, it's costing you more today than it did a year ago. Prices are soaring. All the staples that we pick up at the grocery store or your local warehouse store, well, they've gone up dramatically. Shopper Dorothy at the Meyer store in Detroit doing the best that she can to save.
I look at the flyer and then I look on my phone and see what's on sale.
Dorothy, like many of you, saves some money using coupons and also shopping around.
I get them in the mail from Myers.
Okay.
And I shop here all the time. I go around.
Yeah.
But basically, I come here.
But let's take a look at some of the prices of the staples that we rely on. For example, eggs up 27% since 2021. The average cost of a dozen, $2.88. You can save more if you buy a store brand. Meyer, for example, for $1.99. Beef chuck roast, a 15.2% increase since last year. Toilet paper up 14% from last year, and big name brands now putting less paper on the rolls. Milk, a 12% increase since 2021. The average gallon, $4.29. You could save more by buying a store brand. Where are you noticing the big price hikes? Everything?
Everything I picked up so far, that it is.
Virginia Kelly is simply buying less. She, like many of us, can't believe how much everything costs. What do you think about the prices right now with things?
The prices are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They really are.
Ridiculous is a good word for it, right? I mean, prices up across the board. You know, insider tip for you that some of you may be aware of, obviously. If you shop like Dorothy does regularly at the Meyer store, make sure that you sign up for the loyalty programs offered at many of these stores. You will get a lot of the coupons and available deals mailed or emailed directly to your house, and over time, it could save you a lot of money. We're live here tonight in Detroit. Hank Winchester, Help Me Hank, Local 4.
Really good tip there. We appreciate it, Hank.
Now, inflation means a financial scramble for many who live paycheck to paycheck, and there is a real sense of helplessness that can set in.
But Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney is here tonight with some helpful advice about how to manage your money and also allow you to sleep at night.
Yeah.
It's in times like these when you can feel like the walls are kind of caving in on you. You don't know what to do when you have more month at the end of your money. But Katie Bassler is with GreenPath. She's an advisor, very smart lady, knows what she's talking about, and she says number one thing at this point is to rein in that spending.
It's going back to those basics like looking at shopping lists, holding off on those big purchases, buying smart, buying in bulk, using points at the gas pump. All those little bits can make a big difference in a budget.
Here's a good way to look at the problem. You always want to pay your secured debts. That's the stuff you can have taken away if you don't pay. Mortgage, rent, and auto loans. The unsecured debt is not going to lead to serious trouble right away, and this is where you can help yourself short term. Beverly Harzog is the U.S. News and World Report's debt and credit card expert. She says by not paying the credit card bill,
but it can really ruin your credit score if you just don't pay the bill. Call your credit card issuer. Ask if they can help you for just a short time to get through, this inflationary period. And be honest and speak from the heart. Think about what you want to say before you call.
She adds, though, credit card companies may be more understanding than you think, but it can't go on forever. 12 months is about the longest you can expect this kind of help. Still, GreenPath's Katie Bassler says even with the secure debt, there is some possibility of help.
State of Michigan received funds, the Homeowners Assistance Fund, which helps households that are struggling with their mortgage or housing related expenses. So, making sure that you are aware of help that's out there and seeking it if available.
Katie also says, look, now is a good time to try and find a side hustle, a gig economy job, maybe Uber or Lyft or something that you can bring in some extra money. Can make a huge difference. In Farmington Hills, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Yeah, okay, Rod, and we want to know how inflation, these higher prices are impacting you. We've made it really easy for our WDIV insiders to tell us. You'll find a link on the home page with a form that goes right to us. If you're not an insider yet, signing up is free. It's really easy. Just click on the Join Insider button that you'll see at the top of the home page.